Hello, in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to make $100,000 a year as a barber. All right, welcome and thank you for joining me today. And I just want to share with you a simple calculator that I developed to not only help me with my barbershop clients, but also help uh, prospective clients as yourself calculate what it takes to make $100,000 a year as a barber, right? So obviously, right, six figures is the name of the game, right? Usually nowadays, especially in America, having six figures usually is what you need to kind of have a decent lifestyle here in the United States. So the question comes up when I talk to barbershop clients: how much is your potential? Where's your actual ceiling? And you know what? You can actually make $100,000 a year. And so I have this calculator here that I want to share with you and show you how it works. And if you do want a copy of this, just let me know. Send me a message, and I'll send it over to you. No questions asked. Okay. So real simple. I calculated that barbers can actually make $100,000 a year with 4 weeks of vacation and only working 7 hours a day for 5 days out of the week. And let me walk you through the calculator. So here we have our input in the calculator, and as you can see here, right, your average haircut value. So what's your average charge? I think the average usually in the United States is around, I think, a little over 30, maybe around 31, $32. I can't quite remember, but I just picked 30. Right, there's some lower than that and there's some higher than that depending on your state. I know in the state of Michigan, the average haircut is $38, right? And so I just kind of picked 30 just as a low end, right? You can also, if you can increase your price, which you'll see in the calculator, you're going to increase the amount of income you're going to have. But if you kind of go on the average price, it's about $30. And so then you got to ask the question I usually ask with my barbershop clients is, hey, how many heads can you cut in an hour? And usually you can go by their appointment booking, right? So they schedule appointments every 30 minutes, and they can schedule, they can cut at least 2 heads an hour. So the calculator asks, okay, what's your average time to cut one head, right? And so I put in here 30 minutes. And then how many working hours per day do you want? So if you want to work 7 hours, 8 hours, 10 hours, 12 hours, right? And so I figured, a typical 8 hour day, corporate America type of thing, right? You're working 8 hours. But you gotta have at least an hour lunch break, right? You don't need a break, or maybe you split it up into 30-minute breaks, however you want to do it, right? You need a little break, so that's why I say 7 hours, right? So then you ask the question, how many days a week do you want to work, right? Do you want to work 7 days a week, 5 days a week, 6 days a week, 4 days a week, 3 days a week? Is this a part-time thing for you, right? So typically, if 5 days a week, taking off Sunday and Monday, most barbershops do. And so if you do that, that's only 5 days a week. Now, the question I have for you is, hey, how many days of vacation, how many weeks of vacation do you want to take? Do you want to take, I said 4 weeks, right? That's at least once a quarter, once every 3 months you take a week off, or maybe spread it out over different times, whatever it may be. It also can include times, just personal time. You just want to just hang out at home and not do anything, right? And that can also be looking at, maybe, some sick days that you give yourself, right? Sometimes you have to be off and you can't make up for it, but usually you just rearrange your schedule if you have to take off for sick days or whatnot. But typically 4 days a week, right? I mean, not 4 days a week, but 4 vacation weeks a year. You're working 5 days a week. Either you work 7 hours a day. You cut 30. It takes you 30 minutes to cut someone's hair, and then your average price is $30. So then if we move down, and you probably already seen this, right? So what does it make? So you can see there in the annual revenue is $101,130, right? So that's how much you would make with these numbers that we just said here. $30 a day, so you can make $101,100.30 a year with 4 weeks of vacation, 7 hours a day, 5 days a week. That's simple as calculator works. So if I were to change this number here, let's say I were to change the time it takes to cut, maybe it takes you 40 minutes, right, on average. Then you can see significantly how much that drops, right? So still charging $30, but it takes you 40 minutes, still working 7 hours a week, 7 hours a day, sorry, 5 days a week, and still want some vacation time, right? You're only gonna make 100,000, and that might be good for you. But I wanted to share with you what the ceiling is. And so if it takes you 40 minutes, you say, okay, how many days? So maybe you got to work 8 hours instead, right? Maybe you work 8 hours, so that takes you 86. So maybe you say, all right, if I really need to hustle, then maybe I'm gonna work 6 days. And so if you work 6 days and you work 8 hours a day, that's 103,000 dollars. So you can kind of see how the calculator works. You guys can play around with it. If you want this, just go ahead and let me know, and I'll send you a message of where and how you can pick it up. All right. Thank you so much. That's the calculator and how you can calculate how to make $100,000 a year as a barber. Thank you so much, and God bless you. Look forward to seeing you in the next video that I create. And so if you need anything else from me, please let me know in the comments below. If you have any questions about this, please let me know in the comments below, and I'll be glad to help you. All right, that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much, and God bless you.